Hey everybody, Tim here for another review of Doctor Who Story 240, Cold War. So already from the title, I was like, okay, what's it going to be about? Is it going to be about, like, the Cold War? Sure enough, it is. 1983. It's very, like, Hunt for Red October, which is a fantastic Jack Ryan movie. If you guys have never seen it, Sean Connery's in it. It's great. Tim Curry's in it. Sam Neill. A lot of people. It's fantastic. So I really liked it. A lot of surprising guest stars in this. Couple Game of Thrones actors, which are like, okay, that's cool. And David Warner. I love David Warner so much. So a lot of people probably know him more from Titanic, where he plays like the cop bodyguard to Billy Zane. And that's cool. He does great. I think of him as Ra's al Ghul from Batman the Animated Series. And the fact that, like, it's David Warner and he's, like, listening to headphones singing Duran Duran, it's brilliant. It's fantastic. So this whole episode I absolutely loved, mostly because it is a reintroduction of the Ice Warriors. Now, this is something I've said over and over and over again for New Who, that they keep kind of recycling the same people over and over again. Like, we see the Daleks so much. I'm sick of the fucking Daleks. We see the Cybermen. Honestly, I think New Who kind of ruined the Cybermen, because I liked them when they were, like, from the 10th planet and stuff like that. I don't like the whole, like, alternate reality thing. Like, I don't like the new Cybermen. Okay, so what do we got? We got the Daleks / Davros. I'm going to throw him in there. We got the Cybermen. The Master, I hate John Sim as the Master. Absolutely. So far, I'm not impressed. We did get the Silurians, and I'm like, okay, so far we've gotten one kind of reboot, and we're doing good. Classic Doctor Who had so much to work with. I mean, you got the Ronnie, you got the meddling monk. I mean, you got so much. The Celestial Toy Maker. Like, everything. You got so much, and then they're, like, nitpicking. Like, what are we going to do? Are we going to do this? Are we going to do that? No. Finally, we get the Ice Warriors. I am a big fan of the Ice Warriors. The Ice Warriors go so far back. Like, it's like the second or third Doctor. It's fantastic, and I'm so happy to see them. They come from Mars, and they have been mentioned before in, like, kind of, like, broad, like, oh, there's an ancient race that lives here on Mars type thing. But they haven't actually talked about the Ice Warriors. So anyways, this Russian-Soviet submarine finds an Ice Warrior from 5,000 years ago. And basically that's it. Like, that's the entire plot. It's so simple, it's brilliant. And they're just like, they accidentally offend it, which is even better. And the Doctor's like, well, we're all fucked because you heard it. If you hadn't done anything, he probably would have just let us go. And it's great. This is the first time ever that we have seen an Ice Warrior outside of their armor. Now, granted, if you go back to the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, like, Ice Warriors were very robotic because that was kind of the way they did outfits, and you couldn't really do much. The way they do them now, like, that was the first thing they do. Kind of like the Silurians. The first time we saw the Silurian, they took the mask off, and they were like, oh shit, we've been looking at a mask this whole time, we didn't know it? So the Silurians, they were like, oh no, we're wearing armor, and they come out. And it's fantastic. It's very CG. It's incredibly CG. But it's perfect. It was so good, and I really hope that we see more Ice Warriors in the future, because, I mean, they're such a great classic race that it would be a shame not to see them. So I'm curious what other people thought about seeing, like, for those who have seen the past classic Who episodes, what did you think of seeing the new Ice Warriors? And for those who have never seen the old series, what did you think about the Ice Warriors? Were you just like, this is it? Like, that's the big deal? I'm curious what everybody thought, so we can talk about it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I'll see you guys next time for Hyde.